Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, a great and easy way to support the channel is by leaving a thumbs up, by leaving a comment, by leaving 2 comments, or by subscribing if you have not already done so. As always, watch out for the people in the comment section who are pretending to be me. They are not I am not them. I'm going to be completely honest with you right now off the bat because I'm pretty sure you're going to notice during the actual video. I already recorded this video. This is my second time doing it. Whenever I'm done with the video, I look over the video to make sure that the sound is there, yada, 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 after I've done the initial first testing. I checked it the first time, made the video, checked it afterwards. It was recording the wrong screen. So my video that I made was just me sitting in the corner, in the little corner where you see me, with a blank screen. I got a little annoyed, as you might have imagined. It was like a 30-something minute video, and it's just not even a thing. So like I'm referencing things on the screen that aren't even there, and I looked back at it and I was like, I look crazy. So here I am again, making another video. This is going to be a news I missed, and that's where I go over news I missed. There's always an enormous amount of things happening within the cryptocurrency space during any given day. It's impossible for me to go over all of it. If I made like 3 videos a day, I'd be able to do it, but I'm not making 3 videos a day. So, alas, here we are. Like I said, if you see any twinge of annoyance in my eyes during doing this, it's because I already did it. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Renowned finance author Robert Kiyosaki says that Bitcoin will hit a price tag well into the 7 figures within half a decade. In a new interview with Kitco News, the author of the best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad reveals that he expects Bitcoin to surge by nearly 2,000% in the coming years. He said, I bought Bitcoin at 9,000. I wish I had bought it at 10 cents like a lot of people did. But now I look like a genius because today it's at 55,000. And I think it's going to go to 1.2 million in 5 more years. That's a really common misconception. A lot of people believe that a huge amount of people got in at 10 cents. No one knew about it. It was maybe a couple hundred people who actually got in at that amount. A lot of these people, Bitcoin was worth nothing. Like even before the actual 10 cent thing, I told you before the other day, there was like a thing floating around where this guy was like, it was some Reddit post from like 2010 where he's like, ugh, I feel like I missed the boat. I only have 7,000 Bitcoin. I wish I had gotten more because it was worth like a penny. So a lot of people feel like there's this huge wave of people who got in. No, there weren't a huge, there was this very finite amount of people who got in at that price. And a lot of these people lost their coins or sold them off when it hit like $1 or $10 because they were like, well, Bitcoin's not going to go any higher. So anyway, Robert Kiyosaki is in the news, our news, quite often. I never really bring him into the space that much because what's the other Peter guy's name? Peter. Whatever this guy's name is, the guy who hates us, the guy who loves gold and stuff like that. As much as that guy hates us and talks about how we should buy gold, Kiyosaki's usually in the news talking about how, I mean, he also likes gold, but he's like, yes, buy Bitcoin. So it's kind of like on that same exact level. And I'm like, if I bring it every single day, like, what's the exact point? So anyway, I think that's also a very moderate estimate of where Bitcoin's price is going to be in that time frame. I definitely do assume we are going to be well beyond 1.2 million. Especially in 5 years, especially if we're getting any type of indications that this year and next year, we're going to have some type of crazy price movements. Anyway, that's the rich Bitcoin, poor altcoin. I don't know where I was going with that one. I honestly don't. Anyway, that's that. And let's move on. Next up, this is the runoff of the thing that we were talking about yesterday, where Bloomberg was citing that they believe that within the next 2 or 3 years that Bitcoin is going to be a world reserve asset, not just a normal asset, but the one that money around the world will be based off of, or people will simply be using Bitcoin, etc., etc. We never went over the exact number that they gave in the other article because the other article was mainly about the world reserve status, which you know is It's pretty up there just even thinking about it. But the number that they predicted for this year is $400,000 per Bitcoin, which is a lot. That's a huge amount of moolah. I think it's also it might be the largest prediction that we have for this year. The lowest being $150,000 per Bitcoin by the end of this year. And after that, the $288,000 Bitcoin from Plan B. That is, I don't know why that cow is looking at me sideways, but it looks a little creepy. Anyway, that's the Bloomberg extra report news. And let's move on. Next up in Sure, Why Not? You know what? Sure. You know what? Sure. Why not? It's 2021. Just do whatever you want. The American professional wrestling company known as WWE is releasing its first ever non-fungible tokens, showcasing iconic moments of legendary Mark William Calloway, better known by his ring name, The Undertaker. The New York Stock Exchange listed company WWE said the NFTs would be dropped on crypto wallet providers Bitski's website on the 10th of April and can be purchased through the 11th of April. The Undertaker NFTs will be offered in 4 tiers because, of course, why not? They're going to be platinum, gold, bronze, and silver. Don't know why I went out of order, but that's exactly what it's going to be. The platinum tier NFT already has an opening bid of $10,000 because, of course, why not? So here's the actual press release for it right here. With this guy having lightning all around his body. I'm going to assume he doesn't normally have lightning in the ring, but I guess maybe in photos he's able to conjure up lightning. So anyway, is anyone surprised that the WWE is creating NFTs? No. I'm a little shocked that they're not creating NFTs for other wrestlers. I assume The Undertaker is one of the most, if not the most popular wrestling man. But I assume there are other ones. Like I think I can name 3. You got Muscle Guy. Oh, the Rock. I know that one. I got that one. Face Man. Is that actually one of them? Is there a guy with a face who's like, oh, my chin's gonna beat the heck out of you or something like that? Oh, no, I know one. Nacho Man Randy Savage or something like that. I didn't watch a lot of wrestling when I was younger. You probably were able to tell that. The point is, I assume that there are at least like 20 really popular ones. Oh, I remember China. That was definitely one because she was in a lot of movies. Anyway, this is getting awkward. So yeah, just gonna throw this out there. It appears as if, maybe NFTs might be in a bit of a bubble. So before you go throwing around 10,000 monies at an image or a video, just know that, Anyway, that's the Lightning Man hat WWE news. And let's move on. Lightning Man hat. Man, this is crazy. I can't believe I didn't get into this. A crypto investor has placed 16 bids. 16 bids worth a total of $6.3 million on a group of CryptoPunks today. All within a few minutes. So far, none of his bids have been accepted. I don't understand what that means. The account in question does not own any CryptoPunks, although the owner of the account may already own some. But having placed bets from a range of 91,000 to 1.1 million, it may possess some soon. All right, everybody, I'm announcing it now. I am going to be officially launching my NFT something. I don't know what it's going to be. It might be cats. It might be dogs. It might be people's faces. It might be fingernails. At this point, I think anything is kind of making it out there. So get ready, world, because TMI is going to rock your digital space when I drop my NFTs. I'm mainly saying that because I would like to make $6.3 million in a couple of minutes from people buying my images. I'm not going to lie. So here's them right there. CryptoPunks are a collection of 10,024. I would love to make $6.3 million in a couple of minutes. I know I'm not the only one. A collection of 10,000. 10,000? Oh my gosh. 10,024 by 24 pixel images. Oh, depicting faces, each represented by 10,000? And I'm going to tell you exactly why the 10,000 sticks out for me. So here's the ones that we're talking about. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the ocean of every DS, also those. You got 14. You got 14 of these faces, out of which there are 10,000. Who owns these? They're going to make like $100 million. These are faces. This man has a rainbow hat with 3D glasses. That says $619,000. And there are 10,000 of these? This is a house. This woman with orange hair and sunglasses looking at a sunset because they're different colors, so that indicates she's looking at some type of a sunset. $516,000. That buys you a house. That can buy you multiple houses depending on where you go. What? Are you joshing me? Like, what the $516,000? That buys you a house near the Hamptons. You're able to tell people, hey, I have a little place near the Hamptons. I mean, it's not in the Hamptons, but you'll be able to brag to them and they'll go, wow, that guy has a place near the Hamptons. This guy has a purple hat and 3D glasses. Can someone show me the way that I can put my art onto these things? I would love, you know how much I would love that? You know how much I would love to make $619,000 from an image? I got a little off track there. The news being, if I'm not mistaken, Christie's, the 200-year-old auction house that is known for selling Picassos and Basquiat's, is going to be selling 9 of these CryptoPunks. Is that where we are? Is that what this year's going to be? All right. Well, ooh, I saw the prices before, but I think my brain just didn't want to compute. It was like, no, doesn't make any sense. She's $516,000. Hot baloney. That is $4.8 million. I would love to make that much money off of digital images. I think I'm going to move on now because I don't think my brain can take it. Anyway, that's the NFT news. I'm biting my lower lip. I got to click away. Boy, howdy. Cryptocurrency asset manager firm Grayscale is reiterating its commitment to launching a Bitcoin... For what? A Bitcoin ETF. You probably think I'm joking. I'm not. Close your eyes. Now imagine opening your eyes and there's $4.2 million in front of you. That's what I'm feeling right now. In a blog post, Grayscale has pledged to transform their Bitcoin investment product, known as the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, into an ETF. They said, first and foremost, we wish to make clear we are 100% committed to converting GBTC into an ETF. Wait, what was that? Whoa, what was that? What is that? Wait, more news? Wait, hold on. Oh gosh, here it comes. Oh boy, sorry. According to an analyst at CFRA Research, Van Eck, Fidelity Investments, and Valkyrie Digital Assets may not see their Bitcoin ETFs or ETFs approved by U.S. regulators for up to 2 years. Womp womp. In an interview on CNBC's, I didn't even know this was a show, ETF Edge Monday, Todd Rosenbluth, head of ETF and mutual fund research at CFRA, told host Bob Pisani that he believes the US SEC would extend the timeline for considering the Bitcoin ETF first, pitched by investment management firm Van Eck in January. The SEC officially acknowledged the receipt of the Bitcoin ETF application on the 15th of March, giving the regulatory body until the 29th of April to come up with a decision or extend the deadline. No. If you happen to be holding your breath, let it out. We are not going to be seeing a Bitcoin ETF in the US of A on the 29th of anything. It's just not, no. I would love explicitly and unequivocally for the US SEC to take 2 years to allow a Bitcoin ETF through. I think it would make them look interesting. Here's the word I'm going to use. If they waited to Bitcoin, what are they looking at? What is this? What are they looking at? It's floating letters. You can't read that? I think if they wait till Bitcoin hits $500,000 or $1 million before they finally let an ETF, we have 3 Bitcoin ETFs here in Canada. 3. So do many other places. But alas, I mean, it has to take a long time to read paperwork because that's just how it's going. So the first part of the news is that a lot of people actually consider what Grayscale is doing to actually be ETF-esque. And this allegedly has to do with their high popularity and why tons of people use them, because it's the closest thing that people can get within the United States to an actual ETF. And I assume when they're able to do so in 700 days, they're going to convert that into an actual ETF, and everyone will rejoice and say, yay, thank you, SEC, for finally letting this through when you should have done it 9.5 years ago. But alas, this professional man believes it'll take another 2 years, so I don't doubt it. If we get one this year, I'll be shocked. But I don't think we're getting one this year, so I'm taking my shocked back. Anyway, that's the SEC is gonna keep SECing. What are regulators gonna do when they no longer have a purpose, when everything is automated? I wholeheartedly actually wonder, because so many things about life and about society, about everything, you realize that everything takes a long time when it doesn't. Everything. Think of something. Think of how long it takes to actually change something. Everything takes between like 5 to 7 years. All the time. Imagine, no, never mind. I'm done. All right. Anyway, that's the SEC is just staring at letters. Wouldn't it be funny if that's actually what they do in a room? ETF. Huh. All right. Well, I want to look at it from the other side. FTE. No, we can't approve this. No, I'm sorry. That scares me. Anyway, that's the SEC. What are they doing? His hand is on his shoulder. I don't understand. Anyway, all right. Okay. Moving on to the number interpreter. Anyway, here's a weird opening title. Professional soccer players are buying Bitcoin and it will protect their wealth. Doesn't make a lot of sense. According to online reports, Galatasaray, SK, and Netherlands national football team's Ryan Babel has been shilling Bitcoin to his teammates. Babel has played for Ajax, Liverpool, Fulham, and others. He has played in the Champions League, Euro 12, and the World Cup, building connections to some of the best known and well-compensated soccer players in Europe. Babel has shared his eagerness to accumulate Bitcoin on Twitter, so it's not a stretch to imagine that the reports are accurate. If Babel and his teammates have been buying Bitcoin for the past 6 months, for example, then they've made some hefty gains. This is as important to athletes as it is to anyone else, as they need a place to store their wealth in the best possible way. Who wrote this article? Securing their wealth behind a wall. It says this. Securing their wealth behind a wall of cyber hornets and a 21 million supply cap ensures it will not deteriorate, but actually increase in value. Okay, I can't continue reading that. It just and it will protect their wealth. All right. So the news is, I assume this is Ryan Babel, and he's smiling because he's rich. Has been investing in Bitcoin, and apparently he's been telling other people. This also, I guess, slightly rides off of the news that we had yesterday. I think it was yesterday, about the The NBA team, who all their players are now allowed to get their entire salary as much as they want. They're extremely into Bitcoin, extremely into Bitcoin. And I was like, oh, that's crazy, because when they get paid in that, their other basketball team members, other teams will also want to be paid in it as well. But I mean, if it's already happening in football, then I assume that's also going to happen. The really weird part is going to be in the future, when we know for certain that said person right here has been receiving their entire salary explicitly in Bitcoin. They're going to be like, hey, John, you see them kicking the ball on the field? Yeah, Mike, I see that. I don't know what John and Mike. And they're going to be like, wow, last year he got paid 1.2 million. But what, Mike? It was all in Bitcoin. That's crazy, Jim. I think I used Jim. And then they're going to be like, well, look at that. Calculate. That's now worth 12 million. This guy is even richer than he was before. And then it tumbles out of control and everyone just wants to get paid in Bitcoin. But I guess it has to happen with sports stars first before it can happen for everybody else. Anyway, that's the Brian Babel is smiling because he's rich news. And let's move on. Next up, oh my gosh, I'm so happy about this news because it's about time that they did it. Because, we've all been waiting for this, this opportunity to be able to accumulate these coins. Coinbase has announced that it will be listing 4 new cryptocurrencies that you did not ask for. They got 1 inch, they got Engine Coin, they got NKN, and Origin Token. In a recent blog post, Coinbase Pro announced that starting today, or the other day, April 7th, users will be able to transfer their 1 inch, terrible name, Engine Coin, NKN, and Origin Token to their respective accounts. Trading will begin on the 9th of April, fancy, if liquidity conditions are met. So Coinbase keeps adding coins all the time that no one's asking for, and I can already feel it. There's someone writing in the comment section to tell me exactly what 1 inch, Engine, and Origin do. Please go for it, because I would love to know. I don't care if they link this protocol to this oracle to that thing's tourney spot where they also add together, and then the price exposure, more transactions. Sure, why not? Once again, these are all computers. They all can be upgraded to do the exact same thing because that's how computers are. You just need other layers or other chains. So good job, Coinbase. I like when you give us coins we don't ask for. Next up, Bitcoin miners are stashing away their coins for higher prices. What? With direct transfers from miners to exchanges having plummeted nearly 40% since mid-March. Data from on-chain analytics provider Glassnode shows that miners' Bitcoin balances have been increasing since late March, following heavy outflows throughout January and consistently reduced selling during February and earlier in March. Glassnode Chief Technical Officer Raphael Schulze-Kraft noted several metrics pointing to recent miner accumulation, including flows from addresses, unspent Bitcoin supply, and net change. The point is, apparently the people mining Bitcoin are not selling anymore because, say it with me, logic. And I guess this is now bullish because, but probably even more, logicalier. We know that anytime that they were selling, PayPal, Grayscale, MicroStrategy, and Fourth Company were buying all of it. So I guess that's the news. So apparently they've been adding 5,000 new Bitcoin to their supply because they don't want to sell anymore. So, all right, that's that news. I think that truck has eyes. The wheels are backwards. How does that truck... Stop it. How does that truck move forward? Do you see it? These wheels are folded in. Does it just continuously go in a circle? See? Yeah, you see it now, right? Yeah, it's not just me. Those go forward. those go sideways. How did that truck get there? Was it just built there? Why is there a tiny staircase? Why are the Bitcoins so big? All right, I think we're just going to move on because I don't understand what's... Oh, it's two trucks. It's two trucks. It's a green truck and a blue truck. And the blue truck goes this way, and the green truck only has two wheels, and it's dumping the Bitcoin. I'm a scientist, man. I got there. I don't know how I got there. I don't know. I don't even know how I thought at some point that this was a sideways facing multi-directional truck, but we got there together, and let's move on. And to finish things off, New York Digital Investment Group, otherwise known as New York DIG, announced the completion of a growth capital funding round, as well as the launch of a business initiative relating to Bitcoin. In an announcement today, the New York Digital Investment Group said it had secured $100 million in funding from major insurance providers, including Star Insurance, Liberty Mutual Insurance, and others, in addition to New York Life and Mass Mutual. The provider of Bitcoin-related technology and investment services, New York DIG, also said it would be launching Bitcoin-powered solutions for U.S.-based life insurance and annuity providers. This comes as the firm announced the addition of reinsurance company TransRe CEO Mike Spinar, who will be joining New York DIG as the global head of insurance. Okay, sure, whatever. The point is, I said previously before in the past that companies, insurance companies, pension companies, and retirement companies getting into the Bitcoin space was significant because they're not looking at Bitcoin in a 2-year window. It is a 30, 40, 50-year window for insurance, for retirement, for pensions, and all these other things. So the more companies that continue to get in this, and we are going to see very, very soon, people being allowed to pay into their pension funds in Satoshis. It's going to happen. And on top of that as well, we are going to start seeing, going to be even crazier, insurance policies paid out in Satoshis. And I think that's going to be one of the really, just understand and just know that Bitcoin is abundantly, clearly here to stay. It's going to be a really crazy future. Don't know how to really put that into any other type of words. Anyway, that's the, of course, that's happening news because that's where money goes. And let's move on. All right, everyone. If this did not record, I'm going to be a smidge upset. I try to be as honest with you as possible. You'll see like in the cartoons where steam comes out of the ears. I was shocked that the other video didn't even... I looked crazy. Like, what you see is how I am. This isn't an act. I promise you that much. I'm just this kind of person. I'm very animated and very out there. All without coffee, might I add. So imagine seeing me flailing around the screen and pointing to things that aren't even there. I looked crazy. Anyway, that's all that news. I do hope you all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever the heck you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. I hope this recorded. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.